I'm Justin Davis, and this is Drone Camps RC. What's up, guys? I'm Justin Davis. Welcome back to the Drone Camps channel. Please subscribe on the Drone Camps channel because I got lots and lots of awesome drone reviews coming up for you. Today, I'm here with a new quad from Avant, and if you know Avant Quads, you know that they rip. This is one of those companies similar to Catalyst Machine Works that does all of their FPV community research, and when they release a bind and fly, it's usually a bind and fly that the community respects. So that is a huge thing for this particular drone. This is the AVIO 3-inch analog edition, and you can also get an HD edition. It's around $300 price point. This one's coming in around, I believe it's around $159. You can check out the links down below for his quads. It does have an all-in-one flight controller. You can see that bottom stack there, and then I've got my XM Plus there, and I've got my analog VTX above it with smart audio ready. I've got two little antenna posts coming off the back, and I've got some smaller style 2-bolt configuration 3-inch props. So these are quiet, fast, and really, really smooth. But best of all these quads come from him pre-tuned. So you know, this flies great out of the box, and it doesn't have the wobbles or the weird shakes and the jitters and none of that stuff. So this one is pure race breed or freestyle, however you want to go. You can mount a camera up on top. He has a flat mount on the very top right there. There are some compatible TPU mounts for your cameras for this one. So this one is going to be a ripper on a 4S 650. You could probably even go as small as a 550 on here and have a lot of fun, but it is ultra light, ultra fast, and the roll rate on this thing it's insane. So let's go ahead and fire this thing up on a 4S 650 and have some real ripping fun. Here we go, guys. Let's do it.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
All right, guys, welcome back from that crazy flight test. You know, this brings me back to the early days of micro brushless rippers on 3 and 4S. The ultralights. This one is a free inch category that has been kind of revamped in the last couple years. And I say revamped because we're now using a new prop style system and a new motor system on here. Typically 3-inch freestyle quads have been set up similar to the Dodo D135, and those use larger stems. They use a single stem on top of a 1408 style motor. That's pretty much the standard for a 3-inch quad. But in the last couple years, HQ and Gemfan and all the other companies out there have been accommodating this newer style motor series. Now, typically, like I said, you would have some 1408s on here, but this is like a shrunk down power system version of something that would typically be on a 3-inch, but down to the 1504.5 motors. The 3950 kV motors are very, very, very efficient and fast. So if you want something feels ultra light on the sticks and a lot lighter than the Dodo, this is a great bet. This is also more of an advanced quad for more advanced flyers. You could start out with this as your first 3-inch and fly in stability and like practice acro and horizon mode, and then eventually move up to acro, and this will be a total beast. It will power loop, it will Matty flip, it will do pretty much any type of freestyle maneuver you want with the Insta360 Go on top. So we do have a 4-bolt top plate release, which is great to get to the stack. We've got the GEM JHEMCU. It's the GF420 AIO flight controller. It has 20 amp ESCs on here, so you can see the motors are soldered down. They're not plug and play, so if you bust up a motor, you're gonna have to do some soldering. But just above that, we have a 200 milliwatt VTX all the way at the very top, and my XM Plus is sandwiched in the middle right here. It is a 20 by 20 stack that's mounted on the bottom here. We've got replaceable arms. I did use a Nishin strap because I lost my Avant Quad strap, but this will accommodate all the way up to an 850 to a 650 battery. And you know, I was getting, if I would slow down and cruise on this 850, I think with an 850 I could probably get gosh, maybe 6-7 minutes flight time. He also says that you can use a 1100 milliamp battery for the AVIO, so that's pretty cool. So you could probably get like 8.5 minutes flight time, 9 minutes flight time with a 1100. I do have some 1100s from Beta Fpv, but the mount that I've found that you guys can put on here that's actually compatible is from the Roma 4. So if you look up on Banggood, look up this camera mount system, I believe you can get it. I did break it when I hit that tree branch full bore coming out of that power loop. It broke my Insta360 slam off here, and it was laying over in the grass, and the mount was completely ripped off the quad, but I kept flying. I actually survived that. The camera went down on the ground and the quad leveled out in acro mode and flew away, so I was super lucky on that. But then when I came back and landed, you know, hey, look at that, there's no Insta360 sit on the quad, so I had to go walk around in the field amongst the snakes and try to figure out where my camera went. But eventually I found it. I thought it was on the bigger tree over to the right of me, and then I realized it was that smaller tree that was a dead tree. But man, it really knocked this camera, and the camera survived, so that's pretty good. I'm surprised I didn't blow out this lens. But also the video, if you look back at the video, it doesn't look super great because I actually, for some reason, it shot in a vertical format, and so I had to flip it sideways and then scale it up like 3 times to fit. So that's been a little bit issue with me. I got to figure out how to change that in my app. But this is also app controlled, and I think these are still coming in around $200. They have an even smaller one coming out soon that I'm going to try to review on the channel for you guys as well. So I'll try to put the link down below for this. That's the perfect mount setup. Everything on this quad, if you want a complete filming rig that you can do freestyle videos with HD onboard camera, you can get this thing under 250 grams, which is super, super nice. So we also have smart audio already enabled on here, and it is 200 milliwatt VTX with that Rush Cherry 5.8 right-hand circular polarized antenna on the back with a TPU mount back here, which is super durable. And also up front, we have the Runcam Nano 2. That was the camera that you were looking at in that analog recording from my Sky Zone goggles. This is also really great for a lot of camera protection up front, because man, I survived that head-on tree smash. So you can see capacitor in the back. We also have a beeper. He's already tied off the main battery cable here, so very smart for him to do that. And it looks like we have 3mm arms here. They are beveled edges, 3 bolts on the bottom of the motors. And again, I'm using those Gem Fan Hurricanes, and these are the 316 tri-blade props. Very nice. I'm loving these. These are great. And again, I've used these for a while. They had some newer ones come out, but let's go ahead and set this baby on the scale so you guys can kind of get an idea of how light this quad actually is. It's pretty amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure nothing's touching the table here, not sitting on the batteries, and resting alone by itself, it's a 110.7 grams. And let's go ahead and add the 650 on there, and that'll bring us up to 191.7 grams, which is awesome. And then the 850 is weighing us in at 206.6 grams. Now with that camera mount that I suggested, to 18.4 grams, and with the Insta360 Go, check that out. Everything on board, total takeoff weight, 236.9 grams. That's freaking awesome. And that's going to get you a lot of flight time. If you don't fly like I do and just completely slamming the throttle all the time, you're going to get 7 minutes with this configuration with an 850, which is pretty damn good. So I highly recommend this type of setup. If you're going to buy this quad, Eddie can probably get it shipped to you pretty quickly from his website. So cool thing about Eddie at Avant Quads is that you can email him or you can talk to him like a regular person. It's not like a huge company. So all of his quads are built up and tested by him and his friends, and you can get great customer support from him if you decide to buy an Avant quad. So trust me when I tell you that Eddie is a good guy. I've been talking to him for years, and I always get excited when I get an email from Eddie, because I know I'm going to have a fun experience with one of his quads. So this one comes highly recommended, and one of the really good choices coming up this spring that's now available on his website. $159, you guys. If you add a RX, let's see, an XM Plus will get you up to another $10, so $169. And you can get extra props and spare arms and all the extra stuff there on his website. But let's go ahead, flip back to the field for some final comments on the AVIO 3-inch. I've really enjoyed this quad.
So all right guys, we're all done with the flying now. Thanks for watching this review, and check out my man's link down below if you want to pick up a quad that it flies and rips out of the box. Like, Avant quads never disappoint me. So I am happy with this one. I did rip the crap out of my Insta360 Go right off the top of that largest tree right there. I tried to power loop through there and it flew slam off the quad. But yeah, that's the way it goes. So thanks again for watching my channel, guys. I'm Justin Davis. Hopefully you enjoyed the overview of the Avant AVIO 4S 3-inch little freestyle ripper or racing. I think this quad would do pretty well on the racetrack too. So thanks again. Please subscribe on the channel, guys, and check out my Patreon if you want for all the help and build videos. That would be fantastic. Take care, guys. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this sunny, beautiful day. Thanks again, guys. See you later.